here we are. Good morning, PTNI's Daily Show. Happy Thursday morning. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there celebrating the United States and elsewhere. My name is Al, and I'm happy to be your host today. Currently serving as the COO of ICE and faculty member in our fitness athlete division. We are here in Leadership Thursday, Thanksgiving Thursday. Most importantly, it's Gut Check Thursday. This week's Gut Check is a CrossFit benchmark workout. This one goes out to Kristen Nett, who is a TA in our extremity division and our fitness athlete division, who does gut check probably more than anybody else. So we wrote this one up for her, sent her a message, said, what are your 3 favorite movements? And she sent me them, and that aligns up with what this workout is. So it is Christine, a named workout, 3 rounds per time, a 500-meter row for everybody, 12 deadlifts at your body weight. You're on the honor system there, not your ideal body weight, but your current body weight. And then 21 box jumps, 24 inches for guys, 20 inches for gals. A little bit on the longer end. You're probably looking at maybe 5 or so minutes around there. So about 15 minutes for this workout. Pretty simple, something you can do in the garage, something you can do in the basement or at open gym. Here at the gym is open and bumping. We just finished BURT, which is a terrible workout that nobody should ever do. 50 burpees, 400-meter run, 100 push-ups, 400-meter run, 150 lunges, 400-meter run, 200 air squats, 400-meter run, 150 lunges, run, push-up, run, burpee. About an hour and a half workout, something we do every Thanksgiving morning. Hellacious workout that never gets easier. Last year we did with vests, which is probably one of the stupidest things I've ever done in my life. So this year, back to no vests. So if you're looking to create a large calorie deficit, then maybe hit up BURT. Otherwise, just stick with Gut Check. So it is Thanksgiving. Courses coming your way. Not too many. We don't have any more live courses the rest of the year. We have one more older adult live course out in Oakland, California in a couple weeks, but that is closed to the public. Your last chance to join us for learning this year will be Virtual ICE, which opens this next Tuesday. We have a bunch of great guests coming over the next couple months. Some folks from Wild Health, Adaptive Athlete, and others. And then you can join myself, Mitch, Kelly, and Guillermo for Fitness Athlete Essential Foundations. That'll be the last cohort of the year, and the last cohort until the spring. That will start December 6th. And then we have some online courses beginning in January. We have Rehab of the Injured Runner online beginning the 11th of January. And then we have 2 chances in January to catch Older Adult Live. January 8th and 9th here at CrossFit Fitness and Health HQ. That'll be with Christina and myself. And then you can catch Dustin down in Nashville, Tennessee for Older Adult Live at Onward, Tennessee in Nashville. That'll be the 15th of January. So that's what's coming your way. I do want to let you know about a free learning opportunity coming your way real quick. Thursday the 2nd, Thursday December 2nd at 8 p.m. Eastern, Christina and Alexis are going to be running a pregnancy and postpartum journal club. So if you want to participate, send them a message on Instagram. If you're not sure what their handles are, then just message us here on the ICE Instagram, and we will get you their handles. They're going to send you an article for you to read beforehand, and then you're going to sit down Thursday, December 2nd at 8 Eastern and kind of discuss the article. So that is 100% free. If you're interested in that, please send us a message. And then last call for the ICE opportunity. 2 years of 100% free ICE courses for anybody that falls in the BIPOC category, Black, Indigenous, or other peoples of color. If that's not you, but it's somebody you know, then there is a nomination form for you to nominate them. So the application and the nomination form are on ptinice.com in the upper right-hand corner. Click the Diversify tab and you'll find the links there. So if that's you or somebody you know, please nominate them. We're going to close that application this Saturday night. And Morgan, Jeff, and I are going to start to review those applications and pick a couple of recipients by the first week of December to start in 2022. So again, 2 full years of as many ICE courses as you want to take to fill your heart's content. So make sure you check out the ICE opportunity. So it's Thanksgiving. This is the time of the year we kind of pause. We all get hopefully a little bit of a break from work around Thanksgiving and Christmas time and New Year's. And a good time to, as Jeff would say, mend the nets, take time to reflect on kind of how the past year went, where we're going to go with the next year, things that worked well, things that did not, and often kind of reflect on where are we spending our time, what's worth our time, what is not. So I wanted to take some time today and talk about saying yes to opportunity and being thankful for opportunities that come your way. kind of a popular trend now, and I'm still hip with the kids, and I keep up with Reddit, and I follow the anti-work subreddit just like everybody else. And I'm of the mindset that work does indeed suck. As much as I like all of the different stuff that I do and I'm passionate about it, I'd much rather be working out or hiking or something else. So I get it, work sucks, but we see a big trend on social media and kind of society in general of saying no to opportunities, of keeping work within the bounds of 9 to 5, and making sure you're clearing some arbitrary X amount of money per hour to make things worth your time. I want to take some time and talk about different ways to be successful, different ways to make sure we're spending our time in the things that maybe give us the most money per unit time, but also give us the most reward and value as well. So when I sit back and think of this first point here of what are the ways to be successful, probably the easiest way to be successful is to have really successful parents who can hand over the family business or pay for all of your college or give you money, right? And if you're listening to me right now talk about this on Thanksgiving morning, you're probably not in this category, right? You've already missed out. The best way to meet that first category is to go back in time and get different parents. So that ship has probably sailed. So we'll move away from that point. The next thing is to be super intelligent and invent a product or service that nobody else has. And again, if you're sitting here listening to me right now, this is also probably not you. So that ship has also sailed. The third way is probably not the best way, to steal it, right? To make a life of crime or otherwise unsavory actions. And probably the way that most of us are going to find success in our life, financial freedom, is to adopt a mindset that we just have to outwork everybody else, especially those folks who fall into the first three categories. And how can we do this? Well, we don't do this by just having 5 different jobs and working 3 different jobs and PRN and having an evening job and a weekend job at the hospital. That's probably not sustainable. We do that by saying yes to opportunities that come our way that maybe if we're not sure will pan out, that we try them out anyways and just kind of see where they go. So by saying yes to opportunities that come our way, by filling our plate with as many opportunities as we can come across is the way that we can start to outwork everybody and move our way towards that successful place. Now, how do we outwork everybody? Again, we just don't mindlessly accept work and jobs and have a whole bunch of different stuff on our plate, especially if it doesn't pay very well. That's not going to pan out in the long term. You're going to find yourself very tired and still somehow underpaid. So look at it of the mindset, and this is something we see people have a lot of trouble with, of when you say yes to an opportunity, have no expectation of when it will pan out. Throw the idea of a timeline out the window. Have no idea of if it's going to be successful or not, or what it will pay. Oftentimes we see people come and ask, what does it look like to teach for ICE? And they have an expectation of when they will begin teaching for ICE. Some people send us their resume and let us know they're available to start immediately, which is not the best way to do it. And also send us what they expect to be paid and kind of their expectations for what a successful position at ICE would look like, which is arguably one of the worst ways to apply for a job and not something that will pan out in the long term. The best way is if you think an opportunity is good, or even if you're not sure, but you trust that person or you think you trust that person, just say yes to that opportunity and then see where it goes. Give it time. Wait for that relationship to develop, wait for that position to develop, and just see where it takes you, and wait to pass judgment on it for a little while. We talk about this a lot in our fitness athlete division when we talk about what does it look like to be successful working with a CrossFit gym or an Olympic weightlifting gym or a running club or something like that. And it looks like, again, having no expectation of timeline success or pay, showing up, being available, saying yes to the opportunity to work with a gym or provide a workshop, and have no expectation that I'm going to charge people $25 to come hear me talk, or I have an expectation that the gym will give me X amount of referrals per week or month. But just go into it with a positive mindset and just let it ride out. Let it ride out 3, 6, 9, 12 months and see where that opportunity takes you. And have no expectations on the front end. And if after a year you think this doesn't seem like it's going to pan out, then by all means drop it. But give it time to develop, and don't go in with the mindset that if I don't make X, or I don't get this many patients from this opportunity or this referral source, then I'm going to drop it after a month, right? Give it time to develop, give that relationship time to develop, and say yes to those opportunities and be thankful for them. And you'll find that you'll have a lot of success that way. Another way is to adopt a first in, last out mentality of you're always going to be the first one to the job, you're always going to be the last one leaving the job, and making sure you get everything done and that you do it well. And always come in with the mindset of how can I make this better? If you're coming into an already established business or relationship or opportunity, what are the ways that you can make it better? Maybe you can make it run more efficiently. Maybe you can bring a different mindset of how things could be done that are going to make it run more smoothly, that overall improve the efficiency of the business, something like that. So come in with the mindset of how can I make this better? And then the last point here is you can't do this forever. Saying yes to a lot of stuff is going to naturally fill your plate up. That's going to drain you eventually. So it's really important to understand that you can't do this forever. Where is that end point? Well, the end point is when you're full of money and low on time, when you can start to peel back and say what things are not rewarding, either from a financial mindset or from a joy, a happiness mindset. And there may be things on your schedule that you feel give you a lot of joy but don't pay a lot of money that you may want to keep. For me, that's coaching CrossFit, right? Coaching CrossFit is not financially lucrative by any means, but I truly enjoy it. So that is something over the past year or so that is I've kind of peeled stuff off my plate of stuff that is not rewarding from a happiness perspective or financial perspective that I've had the opportunity to keep on my plate just because I enjoy doing it so much. And when we reach that point, we have to be careful then what we further commit to, knowing that we're pretty full on things that we're doing. We've kind of said yes to a lot of opportunity, but we can't get to that mindset if we don't say yes to that opportunity, right? If you have the mindset that I'm only going to work 9 to 4, I'm never going to answer my phone or emails after 4 p.m., I'm never going to work on the weekend, I'm never going to travel for work, etc., etc. If you adopt this Tim Ferriss 4-hour work week bull crap that's running around, you'll never have a plate full enough where you can have the luxury of saying no to stuff because your plate won't be full, you won't be financially independent, and you'll probably be doing stuff that you hate that doesn't pay very well. So look at it from the front end of saying yes to a lot of stuff, and that will get you to the point where you have the luxury to peel stuff off your plate that is not financially or happiness rewarding. And make sure that you're having fun with what you're doing, even if it doesn't pay well. And it's okay to say no to stuff, but you have to get to the point where you have the ability to say no. Otherwise, you'll just never get there. You'll be doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So remember, you're probably not going to invent anything new. If you're listening to me, you probably don't have overly rich parents who can give you a lot of money or pay for your loans or pay for your business. And you probably shouldn't steal. So how do we get there? We get there by outworking everybody, by saying yes to opportunity, by having no expectation of timeline, success, or pay, but just being generally thankful for the opportunities that come your way and giving them some time, trying them out 3, 6, 9, 12 months, deciding what should remain on your schedule and what should not. And we've talked about this on a lot here before of making sure that your schedule is filled with a lot of variety. You can handle a lot more work than you think you can if you're doing a lot of different stuff for a short to moderate amount of time. We get really burned out in the clinic because all we're doing is seeing patients all day long. But if you juggle patient care and maybe teaching, whether that's continuing education at the local university, maybe you're working with a high school strength and conditioning program, something like that, by really changing up the variety of what you're doing, you can say yes to a lot more opportunities without feeling like you're doing the same thing, but just at a higher volume, which will let you stay fresh, let you keep that feeling of burnout away, and overall work your way towards that financial freedom where you have the luxury to begin to say no to putting new stuff on your schedule and only put stuff on your schedule that either pays really well, even if you hate it, or that maybe doesn't pay well at all, but that you really enjoy. So give that some time, marinate on that a little bit. Again, this is kind of the time of year when we reflect on stuff like this. Look at your schedule. What's bringing me enough money that I think it's worth it, or what's bringing me enough happiness that I think it's worth it, and what is not, and start to, if you think your schedule is full, peel that stuff off of your schedule. So We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I hope you all have a fantastic Thanksgiving. I'm going to go home and get some breakfast, and then we have 2 dinners later on, and then that'll be it for Thanksgiving for us. So I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Looking forward to watching the Lions lose again yet this week. Hopefully we're going to stay winless. That'll make for a nice t-shirt. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.